Hello, and welcome back to Absurdland. Today, we're exploring some of the most interesting and bizarre vintage inventions you won't believe existed. Get ready for a fascinating journey into history's most unusual creations. We'd like to quickly mention that you can support our work, even by purchasing a unique stylish t-shirt related to history. The link to these items is in the video description. Or simply treat us to a coffee to support our future work. You can do this via the donations link, which is also in the video description. Thank you for your patience. An unnamed man faces death in the recently invented electric chair at Sing Sing, a New York State prison, 1900s. Mapmakers before the invention of AutoCAD or GIS software, 1950s. X-ray of Nikola Tesla's leg, taken by himself using an apparatus that he invented in 1896. This photo shows how butcher shop front looked like during the Victorian era, before the invention of the refrigerator. Photo circa 1890s to 1900s. Using a two-horn listening device at Bowling Field in Washington, D.C. in 1921, before the invention of radar, to listen for distant aircraft. Revolver Camera, a Colt 38 with an integrated camera that takes photos when the trigger is pulled. Seen here. 6 images captured by the camera. New York, 1938. Window baby cages. A 1937 photo shows a baby in a wire cage attached to a high building window, a solution for families living in high-rise tenements without gardens. The cages were used to ensure babies got fresh air and sunlight. Electrically heated vest. Created for U.S. traffic police in 1932, this vest was powered through street contacts. It was impractical as officers had to remain stationary to stay warm. Snowstorm Mask, a plastic mask for protecting the face from snowstorms. Montreal, Canada, 1939. It was mostly a novelty item, with limited use outside of extreme weather conditions. Nuclear bomb shelters. A 1958 shelter designed to protect 8 to 12 people from a 20-megaton bomb within 3/4 of a mile of ground zero. Despite its promise, these shelters offered little real protection against the full force of a nuclear blast. Comfort lawn mowers. Demonstrated on October 14, 1957, this power mower of the future featured a 5-foot plastic sphere with air-cushioned seating and an array of luxury features. It never made it past the prototype stage due to cost. Wooden bathing suits designed to make swimming easier. Hockeyon, Washington, USA, 1929. Made from wooden panels, they were intended to float and provide buoyancy, but were impractical and uncomfortable. Vibrating Bras. Shown at the 20th International Show of Inventions in Brussels on March 13, 1971. These bras were designed to vibrate and purportedly enhance the bust. There was no evidence to support these claims, and the product failed. Automatic tip requesters. Invented in 1955 by Russell E. Oakes, this device featured an artificial hand and cash box to request tips, with a no sale sign for insufficient tips. It was considered rude and never became popular. The chain smoker. Model Francis Richards demonstrates a cigarette holder designed to smoke an entire pack of cigarettes at once. It was a tongue-in-cheek invention and never intended for mass production. Radio-equipped stroller, complete with antenna and loudspeaker to soothe the baby. USA, 1921. Early baby gadgets aimed to entertain both infants and parents, although reception was often poor. glow-in-the-dark tires. Introduced by Goodyear in 1961, these tires were illuminated by bulbs inside the wheel rim. Although eye-catching, they were not practical for everyday driving. Soup cooling spoons. A 1948 photo features a man using a mechanical spoon to cool hot soup. The mechanism was over-engineered and awkward to use. Rocket-Propelled Bicycles. In 1931, a German engineer prepared his bicycle with 12 rockets mounted on the back wheel, which exploded shortly after this photo was taken. The dangerous design led to severe burns but no fatalities. Sunning chairs. In 1964, a 10-year-old named Marn Smith invented a chair to prevent neck cramps while sunbathing. Though practical, it did not catch on commercially. Spaghetti spinners. French inventor Alain Duham's 1968 spinner was designed to rotate pasta automatically for easier eating. It proved impractical, as diners preferred to twirl spaghetti by hand. See-through boats. A 1941 image shows a model in a transparent lucite rowboat, allowing visibility below the seat. Lucite boats were never mass-produced, as they were too expensive. Bald head polishers. On January 12, 1950, Ted Spence from the Los Angeles Brush Manufacturing Corp. demonstrates a brush designed for bald heads, featuring both bristles and a felt pad. The product never took off due to its humorous nature. Plastic hard bra for female factory workers. Made of plastic to protect women during World War II, this bra aimed to prevent certain workplace accidents. It was uncomfortable and caused skin irritation. Jetpacks. Robert Corder demonstrates his jetpack during a test flight in Fort Myer, Virginia, on June 10, 1969. Despite interest, jetpacks remain impractical for mass use due to fuel limitations. Suntan-Lotion Dispenser. At the 1949 annual vending machine convention in Chicago, Betty Dutter shows how this dispenser provides a 30-second spray of suntan lotion for a dime. It was ahead of its time, as sunscreen vending machines are common today. Piano for Bedrest. This special piano was crafted for individuals who are bedridden. Great Britain, 1935. It was designed to be played from a lying position, helping patients maintain morale. Hamblin Glasses. These glasses were designed specifically for reading while lying in bed. England, 1936. Featuring angled mirrors, they allowed people to read without lifting their heads. Portable and Extendable Bridge. This emergency bridge, invented by L. Death in 1926, could be easily moved with a handcart. It was intended for military and emergency use, but rarely saw practical application. Amphibious Bicycle. A versatile bike capable of both land and water travel, with a 120-pound capacity. Paris, 1932. The design worked well on water, but its heavy frame made land travel difficult. Car with shovel for pedestrians. Intended to decrease pedestrian accidents. Paris, 1924. The shovel-like contraption was designed to scoop pedestrians to safety in front of the vehicle. Pipe for two. Demonstrated in New York on June 2, 1949. This pipe allowed two people to smoke simultaneously. Despite the novelty, it was uncomfortable for both users. Dashboard Coffeemakers. A 1950 invention featuring a coffee maker mounted on the dashboard, capable of making coffee, soups, boiling eggs, and heating water. Monopod Seats. Introduced in 1953, these portable seats were designed for easy transport and quick seating. They were popular among hikers and campers, but not in urban settings. Sunbathing with a foldable reflector, the Netherlands, 1961. These reflectors were intended to intensify sun exposure, popular before concerns about skin cancer emerged. Anti-distraction helmet, 1925. The isolator helmet blocked out sound and vision to improve focus, claiming to reduce noise by up to 95%. It was heavily criticized for making users appear isolated from the world. A bike for the whole family. This 4-position bicycle allowed a family to travel together and even included a built-in sewing machine. Despite its practicality, the bike was too cumbersome for everyday use. Breast washer 1930, a device designed for massaging and washing breasts. It never gained popularity due to its awkward design. Back brush, a handy device for brushing one's back. It found some success among individuals with limited mobility. The Snogometer 1965, teenager Malcolm Pickard's invention to measure the voltage of kisses, complete with electrodes and a lighted scale. It was more of a novelty than a functional device. Laryngaphone 1929, a noise-reducing telephone that only transmitted vibrations from the vocal cords when placed against the throat or cheek. It was used primarily in noisy environments, such as military operations. The Dimple Maker, a device designed to create dimples by pressing into the face if worn for long periods, as demonstrated at the Inventors Congress in Chicago. Its effectiveness was dubious, and it was uncomfortable to wear. Shaving robot, a robotic assistant designed for shaving, though it might appear to be a bit risky. The prototype often malfunctioned, leading to cuts and irritation, making it a dangerous novelty rather than a practical tool. Rainy Day Cigarette Holder, 1954. Robert L. Stern shows off his design for a cigarette holder that kept smokes dry in the rain. It was a novelty that never reached commercial success due to its awkward design. Anti-Bandit Bag, 1963. Inventor John H.T. Rinfret demonstrates a bag that scatters its contents when a chain is pulled, intended to deter thieves. It was effective but impractical, as owners often lost their valuables in the process. Feet brush, an inventive way for housewives to scrub the floor while reading, with brushes attached to their feet. While innovative, it was too cumbersome and never became popular. Up bras, 1949. Charles L. Lungs presents his strapless, backless bras, which left his wife quite skeptical about their practicality. They were never widely adopted due to poor comfort and support. Desk beds. A 1913 photo shows a schoolboy sleeping in a desk that also functions as a hammock. These were designed for boarding schools to maximize space efficiency. Cat Meow Machine, 1963. A mechanical device from Japan that meows 10 times per minute, intended to scare away rats and mice. It worked initially, but rats quickly became accustomed to the sound. The Magical Hat, an invention that promised special features, but predictably did not work. It was displayed as a curiosity, but was largely ignored. Cigarette case to keep track. A 1940 case that helped smokers track their own usage versus how many were borrowed by friends. It was seen as a playful but ultimately ineffective gadget. John T. Thompson posing with his invention on August 12, 1916.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.